to another episode of Delusional Sports. We got the Predictor Roulette. Ricky, who do you got for the Pro Bowl this upcoming week?
I got the NFC winning 56-50.
All right.
High scoring as always. NFC winning 55-42. Not much to say about it.
Okay, so for the most part, I know they've gone a little different route the last few years, but the traditional NFC-AFC thing, for whatever reason, the AFC always wins, even though I feel like NFC as a whole has a little better rosters. I always think that's funny. But I do have NFC winning 60-53 this week.
3-2.
3-2?
Yeah, that's what I got. Defensive battle.
Who do you think's going to be? Who do you think's going to get the safety?
I think it's going to be the AFC. You know, they're going to pin him in on a really good punt by Kearns, the best Titan. He's going to pin him in, and then they're just going to stuff Derrick Henry. You know, because he can't run the ball. According to Frank Clark, he's easy to tackle with 3-2.
Okay, 3-2.
It's going to be a defensive struggle for
Derrick
once.
Henry's new beast mode, though.
Yeah. What's your take, Q?
I gotta say, I think the fans are gonna win this game. It's gonna be a fun one. It's gonna be nice to take a break from reality for a lot of teams. You know, a lot of players. A little less CTE this week, so the fans will win.
You know what got MVP? Antonio Brown.
Oh, is he gonna be there?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. He must have made it on the all free agent team.
I mean, yeah.
Okay.
He's on special teams.
He's going to be
Literally
MVP of the
special,
police.
Special
Antonio Brown.
All right. Moving on. Our too early Super Bowl predictions. Ricky, who do you got winning the Super Bowl?
49ers 58-56.
49ers 58-56. Okay.
I feel like it's going to be a high-scoring game.
Okay. That's a good take.
Yeah, 38-31. San Fran. It's going to be a good game, and then that fourth quarter is just going to be a shootout. They're going to score most of their points there.
All right. I got the 49ers winning 27-24. The Niners have a really, really good defensive roster, and I think giving them 2 weeks to match up against Patrick Mahomes in that offense. Now, you can never truly full-on have a game plan for that team. They're just too dynamic. But I believe that the 49ers will keep them to 24 points. And I think that Garoppolo and Deebo Samuel and Moser and Kittle, I think that they will just have enough to end up just barely squeaking out a win in the Super Bowl against the Chiefs. It'll be a great one, though. It'll definitely be a great one.
I have the Chiefs winning 31-28. I agree. You know, first half, I think the Chiefs are going to struggle just because, like you said, they have 2 weeks to game plan Mahomes. But, you know, 2-3 possessions in, Mahomes figures teams out. Just this week, the Titans, you know, they were disguising coverages and stuff. It took him like 3 possessions into the first half to figure that out. And then they switched it up in the second half, and it took him like half a possession to figure that out too. So,
It took Tony Romo no possessions to figure it out.
Yeah, I mean, he's a genius.
Tony Romo.
If only it would have translated. If only it would have translated. But yeah, no. I mean, it could go either way. I'm not, you know, if the San Francisco 49ers win, I'm not going to be shocked. But like I said, it's going to be a chess match. It could end up being a shootout. But it's an elite defense and an elite offense versus, you know, an average to above average defense and offense. So I think the other side of the ball will probably be the most important. Can the Chiefs get stops, and can, you know, Garoppolo and them make enough plays?
All right, Q.
I'm gonna say if the Chiefs hit 40 points, the Chiefs win. I think if you, I don't know if the 49ers are gonna be able to hold the Chiefs down that long. I think one thing that Andy Reid and the Chiefs offense showed today is that yes, they're a high-flying offense. Yes, they throw the ball a lot, but Tony Romo even said it during the broadcast. He was surprised with how many times they run the ball, and I think that was something that really helped us and will help us. Is that if we're having some jitters, if we're getting a little butterfingers again, like we did against the Texans. All right, give it to a running back. Get a couple runs. Maybe McCoy's back. Maybe we get some run help. Set up the throwing offense, and I guess we'll see. I think it'll be a tight game though for sure. I don't think there's going to be a blowout.
You got a score?
I don't know, 42-36.
Okay, that's crazy.
I have a question.
Yeah.
So, the 49ers don't like to blitz because that, D-line is elite.
Right.
I know it's better than the Titans, but the Titans didn't blitz a lot this week either. And Mahomes, just found enough room to get those little rushes for 5-6 yards.
Huge.
Like, how do you think the 49ers, stop that?
I think the 49ers have better linebackers, first of all, than the Titans. I think, they do have Sherman on one side, but outside, the secondary is pretty similar, in my opinion. And then their D-line is just better. I think with Bosa and Armstead, they're just going to hold the edges.
Yeah, I agree.
And then the other two are going to bull rush him. Like I think they're going to keep him in the pocket enough.
Yeah.
I know the Chiefs' offensive line has been doing a really, really good job, but I just feel like they haven't seen.
I think it's going to be
this
a little
defensive
mix of
line.
both, because, as good as linebackers are, Kelsey just finds holes.
He does.
And
Yeah.
I just think it's going to be a mix of the two where, you see Mahomes scrambling, the run's not there, but he just makes those little plays. So
Yeah.
I think it's going to, you know what I mean? Like, I think it's just going to be who wants it more, really.
Right.
Yeah, and I think the pressure's not going to come from blitzes per se, but it'll be they'll do twists with the DT and D end, like they'll do stunts on the defensive line. Maybe bring a linebacker once every few, but
Right. And also, okay, so we said they've been going out to a slow start. The 49ers are going to have 2 weeks to game plan. I think that if there's any defense in this league, there might be two, but for sure the Niners. I was thinking the Vikings came to my mind, but the Niners, to where let's just say the Niners do get off to this crazy start, 17-0, let's just say. I think one of the only defenses that can at least break momentums for the Chiefs would be the Niners. Like they're gonna make sure they earn every single touchdown. Now, Mahomes will figure them out, but it's not going to be touchdown.
No, I agree.
It's not going to be.
But I
3-minute
also
drives.
don't. I also don't. I know Mostert had a really good game today.
Right.
But that rushing attack up until today, it wasn't as deadly as Henry. And Garoppolo.
Right.
I think of Garoppolo as about the same as Tannehill with what they've done within the playoffs this year.
I mean, yeah.
He's a little bit better.
He has a higher
I can
ceiling.
see it.
Yeah.
Now,
I think he does.
in my opinion, it's going to come down to Garoppolo. He has thrown interceptions in like 13 of his 18 games this year, or something like that. So that is my big difference. Is if this guy throws 2 interceptions,
I think a
the
lot
Chiefs
of
are
it,
going to win.
I think a lot of it comes down to
But
if
I
Chris
don't-
Jones is healthy. Really.
Yeah. And they're probably going to start off running the ball. But they do have Kittle. They do have Deebo Samuel's coming on the scene, and then Emmanuel Sanders is quiet right now,
Yeah,
but
I mean-
he can pop
Yeah,
off.
I mean, I agree with that, but also the Titans have really good receivers too. Like
Right.
AJ Brown and Corey Davis were both really good this year.
So, I mean, like I said, it just, in my opinion, it just comes down to how well Garoppolo plays. That's really, in my opinion, that is.
I mean,
how-
honestly,
that's what
I
it's gonna
think
come down
that the San Francisco 49ers defense or offense
Because
versus the Chiefs defense is honestly to me is going to be the key because the other two are just going to do what they do.
to. Right, but and then I will have to say another thing is, if there is one team that can sling it out with the Chiefs, it is the 49ers. If you remember, they were down, I don't know, I think it was 21-0 real early against the Saints, and they came back and won that game. So, there has been change. Okay, I'm just saying
No,
that.
I'm
I'm just
I
saying
just want
that.
to take a shot at Saints fans.
Yeah, I would like to too, but we're not discussing that right now.
Average Saints fans, you are scrubs.
Thank you. Basically, what I'm saying is like Garoppolo has shown this year that he can sling it with another good elite quarterback.
No, I
so.
agree. But
So, like I said, in my opinion, it does come down to Garoppolo, and I just think he barely gets enough done to get,
yeah,
to get it done.
I just think the Chiefs defense is playing as well as it has all year. So
Right. Yeah. Right.
It, like I said, I think it's a pick 'em either way. Really.
And since Garoppolo is the weaker quarterback, I feel like we can all agree.
Yeah.
The Chiefs have 2 weeks to game plan for him.
Yeah,
So.
and And you know the running back by committee thing is big too. I know
Right.
Mozart's like was obviously their biggest player this year, but they have Coleman and a couple other running backs.
Yeah.
So,
Which Coleman might be
Yeah.
hurt, but
but he had a couple carries tonight. But
Breeda's pretty good. Well, Coleman got hurt
Breeda's
this
just
week.
fun-
This week, yeah.
Breda's fumble happy though. So, but we'll see.
Yeah, we'll see. It's going to be an exciting game. That's something that we know for sure. Is that game is going to be fun to watch.
It's gonna who makes the better plays and who has the better play calls.
Right.
Both creative, offensive.
All right. Yeah. So I guess I'll do it for this episode of Delusional Sports. We'll see you next time
For our Super Bowl special.
Super Bowl special. That's that.
We need to get going if I'm gonna go get that Xbox.
Bobby's just